Hi. Hi. Ah. Listen, guys, I have not been able to upload a video in a very long time, and so I'm just trying to put something out there, okay? So, pardon me if it is not in the regular style of my videos like I introduced before, where I give you what God thinks about you, yada yada yada. This is a mixture of all the things that have been happening in the last 2 weeks that I have not been able to upload a video. And so if you're new on this YouTube channel, I just want to say thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe and also turn on post notifications so that um when I post a video you can be notified. To the OGs, it's good to still have you here. I really appreciate you. So in the last 2 weeks, as you all may know, my mother came home for 1 week, and when she came, so much happened. So much happened. There was a huge progress in my stay here. I had to start school. I can't disclose the details of my school yet. I also, entered into the job market looking for a job because, of course, when you come here, you need to find something doing whilst you better yourself in other areas. And so that's what I have. That's one of the things that I have been up to. And I started the Daniel's fast from the 1st of January. I have stayed away from meat, eggs, anything dairy. In this house, nobody eats cereal more than me, but the cereal is still here. So many things are still here. I have just cut it out to seek God's face. Um, my break online is actually partial because I'm still on Twitter. Like, I still tweet because I like Twitter, but on Facebook and Instagram, I don't put anything there. In the last 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you how I have felt. It's been a fluctuation of emotions. A friend of mine who has also moved here was saying that a lot of people don't speak the truth about when you move here and how the beginning is. But I, on the other hand, don't want to be that person who does not speak the truth about staying outside Ghana. When you get the opportunity to go and stay outside Ghana, please hold that opportunity because a lot of people want it, and they're not getting it, and you happen to be um, a lucky one, or let me say, it happens to be the right time in your life for you to like leave Ghana and then seek greener pastures, what people will call it. Um, I digress. I received a message on Instagram that said, "Oh, Tatas, I heard you moved out of I saw you moved out of Ghana. You were doing so well. Your business was booming. Why did you decide to move?" My business had just started picking up because I was pushing like a crazy person. I'm still pushing even here. Um, I run a business in Ghana, which is yet to be what the world would say successful. But in God's eye, I have taken a step in the direction where He has led me. And they didn't say the journey will be smooth. All right. So it's not going to be smooth, it's going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, I will get there. Personally, I am that person who believes in times and seasons. And so I have never compared, my life to anybody's life. Anyway, um, let's get back to the real story. So when you move out of Ghana, I want you to know one thing, especially to this place. It's not easy when you start. So in the last 2 weeks, I didn't tell my mom, and she's going to watch this YouTube video, and she's going to come and say, "No, I can't share it," but I want my mom to know that I'm an adult, and it's just a phase that I went through. So I was in the room, laying on my bed. I don't sleep early, um, because of the time difference. By the time it's midnight here, it's 5 a.m. in Ghana, and I probably sometimes have to post a video on the business page so that my girl in Ghana can run the sales up with the accountant. I want to give my PA a big shout out, and I also want to give the accountant that helps us, Papa me, a very big shout out. They've been nothing short of amazing. It's like even if we have hiccups, I don't feel it much because there's always like a solution. And this is me trying to bring a new product in. So one of the nights I really cried because usually I'm even emotional talking about it. I really cried because I'm a hands-on person. Like I'm always moving in Ghana. I'm always busy. Like I'm always doing something. There's no day that I'm not doing anything. If I'm not doing anything, then I'm at home. But work related, I was really trying to grow this business, and I knew for sure that that time was coming. And so over here, I'm always indoors. It's not difficult for me because even in Ghana, most of the time, like I said, if I'm not working, then I'm indoors. You'll not catch me outside. I was one of those influencers who you don't see at events. And people used to say, how are you networking? How are you meeting people? But my thing is, I just wanted to be with myself. I was in that phase of life. And I think that everybody will get to that phase where they just want to be with themselves. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to get dinner ready. So I've been eating mushrooms a lot. Since this throughout this January. No meat, anything. So I was crying and I really was emotional. And I was asking myself if I'm actually going to make it here. It was, I would only act, I would only be a liar if I act like a superhuman. Like I don't think about these things. So I was thinking about it. I think my mom clogged it at some point. I was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And then one of my friends, Papa Kweku, was like, Tatas, you are so blessed. And I know I'm blessed. You know why? I came here not of my own. I came here, there was a place for me to stay, there's food for me to eat, there's clothes for me to wear, and there's an opportunity for me to look into another dimension of my life. I have a foundation and I should be grateful for it, right? So the moment Papa said that to me, it's already something I think about. But the moment Papa said that to me, it was like God was re-echoing it to me that I have told you that I didn't bring you here to fail, or neither did I bring you here to be a mess. I brought you here to change things, and I brought you out of your comfort zone. It takes me to my next conversation. So, using Ghana, comfort. I live comfortably. I didn't compromise on my little luxuries. Nobody was ever going to get me to compromise on my little luxuries. I had people who clean, I had people who sweep for me. I've mentioned it before. I have people who do everything for me, down to Prince being my mechanic and a driver on some days. Some days when I don't want to drive, I'll call Prince and have him drive me around to run my errands. And I have come to a place where I have to be doing these things myself. I don't have a car yet, so you can imagine. My dad has to drive me any and everywhere because I'm still not conversant with the roads yet. But thanks be to God, this place, Google Map works like magic, and so there's no way that I will, yeah, will happen. So I, I I immediately switched into Thanksgiving mode and I thanked God. And I want to tell you that from that day, that's how I have lived every day. Job hunting, studying, and just being thankful to God that I even have food to eat. You know, one thing my mom did before she left for work is make sure that there's enough food. There's always been food in this house. In fact, today I was telling her that this house has food. There's always food in this. This house has food. Food. And I'm on a weight loss journey. My parents are helping me keep track of that. So even the Daniel's fast is making is speeding it up, and I'm grateful. But one thing that we do not lack in this house is food, and I'm so grateful to God for that. It's food that you also have to be mindful of because over here in this house, I live with an old man, so we do not eat certain things in this house. Like we do not eat certain things. Ever since I came to America, I've not drunk soda, Coke, Fanta, Sprite. I've not eaten pizza. I've not eaten French fries. You won't believe it, but yes, like that is how much aside me taking caution, my parents are also making sure that I stick to it. I don't have to eat after 6. It's a lot, but I'm managing. And so it's I just switched into Thanksgiving mode and I just have lived taking one day at a time. I remember putting the camera up to record a video for you guys. I did record the video and I deleted it because I watched it and I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. It's almost like I want to tell you what God thinks about you, everything, ignoring the real things I want to talk about like this. So I was just about to cook and I was like, you know what? Let me just let me just put up this camera, talk to you guys, cook, and still talk to you guys for a while, and then just release the video unedited. If you're watching me and you want to support my business, this is what we sell. We actually sell this and this, but this is out of stock and we've been waiting for stock for a very long time. It's called Akabanga chili oil, very, very good. So currently we just have a stock of this one, sky chili paste. You can use it for any and everything, your marinade, your banku, your kinky, your rice, any and everything, steaming grills. It's such a good product and it's 65 Ghana cedis. You want to support me, you can go and get one. The details is on the screen and God richly bless you. Let's continue. So for the Daniel's fast, this is what like I've been eating: mushrooms and this kind of rice. I hear Nigerians call it ofada rice, but I used to eat this rice when I was in Ghana a lot. It's low calorie, like really tasty rice, and you would love it. And so yeah, I come and I chop my things and I just get it over and done with. So I have just become this person. And I also realized one thing, that I went out off Instagram out of anger. I mean, I go off every January, without a doubt. I'll go on a break, I'll announce it beautifully and go. But something happened on Instagram that got to me. I got a hint of someone saying that I'm am I as loud in person as I am on Instagram. And that was about the second time I was hearing something of that nature in a short while. In a space of 2 or 3 weeks, I had gotten two people I know give me this kind of feedback. And I was very heartbroken because from where to where am I noisy? When they say somebody is noisy, I don't know what people term as noisy, because I look at the things I do and I'm like, where is it? Which part of it is noisy? How are people missing the part where I use my platform for good? Like complete good. You listen, I got so angry. And one thing people don't know is that when I'm angry, it's not a pleasant sight. It's actually something I always pray to God about. Like, God, work on me. Like, and I know God is working on me because I've come far. If I ignore you and I don't insult you, thank God, because it means whatever God is doing is working. So I got upset that day and I logged off. I decided to speed up my break instead of waiting for the set day that I wanted to go. I just sped it up and I logged off so that there will be quiet, peace and quiet on people's timelines like they wanted. The next thing I did was to start unfollowing people. So I literally begged people to tell me who people that made such comments, and I did them a favor by unfollowing them. Now I come and be in my corner. I'm getting messages from people. Tell us, when are you coming back? We miss you. How's life in America? Come and tell us what's going on. And I want to. I would love to. So I just tell myself, you know what, it's okay till I'm ready to come. Which I want to come back in February, but I don't know. I'm hoping that I can do that. What's happening now is that I came back, and in a place of prayer, I realized that I did nothing to anybody. When people cannot do what you do, they have to find something to break you. And this is something that happens in Ghana a lot. In fact, generally everywhere. But you see, Ghana, when you have a little audacity, you are seen as noisy. I don't know. I think we are brought up to be so chill that when someone has the ability to stand and command something, or when someone is not shy, goes all out for their own thing, or just has some level of courage or audacity, the person is such a threat. Because you can't tell me that the person is not a threat. If the person is not a threat, then ignore everything that you see the person doing. But this is what we go through as content creators or public figures. I don't like calling myself a public figure because I don't think that I have attained that much popularity. It got to me, long and short. I got really angry. And when I couldn't react the way I wanted to react, I went off Instagram, cried a bit, and just let loose. So I asked my mom that, when she comes on Instagram and she comes on my page, what does she see? And she was like, I'm not doing anything that is not normal. She would have told me because she's my mother and she definitely wants the best for me. And she's been calling me out when I do stuff that is not nice on Instagram all the time, even when I was in Ghana. So it's not now that I'm even close that she will not call me out. I spoke to a few people and they were like, look, do you? You've always been yourself and you've always been a hyper person. But even that, those of us who are close to you know that you sometimes just go quiet or you can be very quiet and in your corner. So do you? Now, I joined my women's group Hineni to do fasting. Now, before I continue, Hineni is having Super Start on the 7th of February. I will put the link in my description box so that you can register for it. You should attend. Apostle EC is the one coming, and I guarantee you, you would leave with so much that this year you would achieve so much. So, I joined Hineni for fasting 7 days. We just finished today, and I mean, it was good. It was good. It was almost like I needed an ammunition to to rototo to speed up the things that I want to do. It was almost like I needed the oil to drip on me so that I know that when God calls you up, when God puts some light in you and people can see it, they'll try to dim it. They'll do everything in their power to dim it. Now, if you give them the chance, that's when they'll be able to dim it. And so I decided that, you know what? I am going to put myself together. And when I come back on Instagram, I'm going to do a video and put it out there that if you think that this page annoyed you last year, we are coming with an audacity of 100 people and it's going to be more crazier. So you have the opportunity to unfollow now. Otherwise, you are going to swallow every content that I bring and shut up. Simple. And that was the plan. Also, another thing that has been happening is I joined a group to read the Bible chronologically. And we have finished with Job. And bro, Job. Hello, Job. You had a lot going on. Now, reading Job was an eye opener for me. I was like, all these things happened to Job. He argued and argued and argued about his plight without, you know, without facts because God is still God and He knows why some things happens to you. And maybe I'll use this as what God thinks about you. Anything that's happening in your life, God knows about it. And also, this Christian journey, I do not think we were told that it was going to be smooth. Actually, trials and tribulations is part of our Christian journey. So we have to embrace it. And God wants us to find joy during that period. Now, that is how you experience God's comfort and God's glory. When you are going through something and you are still finding joy. You know, that's why I love that song. I still got joy in chaos. I've got peace that makes no sense. You see, when you are going through the trials and the tribulations and you are still joyful, it doesn't make sense to the devil. The devil is like, why am I doing all these things to this person and they are still joyful? Now, that is how you speak to God's heart. I've still got joy in chaos. I've got peace that makes no sense. And I won't be going under. I'm not here by my own strength. Now I put my faith in Jesus. He'll never let me down. He's faithful through every season. So why would he fail now? He won't. And every generation as well, God has been faithful. And so that is one thing that has been happening. So I've been reading it, and we finished with Job, and currently we are reading Genesis, and I'm kind of not I'm kind of not a fan of Sarah, Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar's story. I'm not a fan of Sarah. So wherever you see Sarah in the Bible, just tell it that's not a fan of her because she's actually a manipulative person. I'm going to go into that story another time. And also that's what I have been up to. I think I tried to go and do driving lessons and they required something that I have to wait for it. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And oh my God, let me end with this. So you know how when I came to America, I've been trying to like change my region from my phone from Ghana to America so that I would have access to certain apps, example, like a bank app. They take financial stuff very seriously here. And so when you come here and you bring a phone, you have to change the region. All this while that I've been roaming about, there was a way to change the region. So my dad and I went to the bank and to pick up some documents. And then the guy was like, "Oh, hi, do you have the bank app?" I was like, "No, I came from Africa. I've been trying to change my region on my phone, but it's not been working." And then he was like, "Oh, I can do that for you." That day was the happiest day of my life. I actually had a Subway after, even though Subway is like a healthy sandwich. The guy changed my region. And an app that I've been trying to download since I came, that's more than a month. I was able to download my bank app. I was able to download Cash App. I was able to download every app that I needed, Instacart. I was able to download every type of app that I needed to survive in this country. I was able to change my Uber to like an American number, my American number. And suddenly I felt like a part of the system because the number of things I have to do to be fully a part of the system wasn't a joke. So he changed it for me. And though it might sound small to somebody, I needed that thing so much that it made my whole week literally like I wasn't giving anything the chance to make me unhappy. And I was so happy and thankful. And I remember telling him, "Carlos, there are a lot of people here, and also you are like barricaded. If not, I would have given you a big hug. You don't know what you've done for me." I was so happy. So I'm gonna end this video with this. In 2026, I hope that you gather yourself, have enough audacity to walk in the purpose that God has called you, have enough audacity to chase your dreams, and above all, be very appreciative of what you term the little, because you see your little, someone wants it. What you have that you are calling little and still worrying God for, someone would do anything to have what you call little. And so be appreciative of everything that God does for you. And I have to go. Unfortunately, you will not see my food, but yes, I have to go, and I'll be sure to get back to you on another or in another video. Thank you so much. Continue to subscribe, and I pray not to leave you hanging anymore. Mwah. Bye.